Welcome back to a new vlog, and if you're new here, hi, I'm Yona. I'm in my 40s, and I live in a Texas suburb with my husband. We're childless and petless, something we didn't choose but we're learning to live with. I work a full-time office job, and on the side I freelance as a photographer and makeup artist on the weekends. Life gets full between deadlines and to-do lists, but in the midst of it all, I still try to carve out space for creativity, healing, and finding a sense of purpose in simply being in the moment. Hello. Today I work from home and it's now 5 o'clock and I've been in my comfy pajama all day. I didn't change. I was trying to recover from everything that happened with the little kitten, and just a couple hours ago, the doctor's office that I took the kitten to called me. They wanted to check on the status of the kitten, and I told them that we called the animal center and we found one that accepted the kitten yesterday. We dropped it off and they were so happy, and they were like, that was the best thing you guys did, we're so happy. And they were saying like, we're gonna update all our staff, letting them know. They were worried apparently for it. I was like, oh, okay, because I thought like I should have kept it even though I didn't have ability, right? But they were kind of giving me directions. Okay, so the doctor yesterday mentioned the fact that it would need his mom to be taking care of it. It's too little, but they didn't say like, directly to me, go and drop it, you're not capable. I mean, we talked about my schedule and everything. So their recommendation was, yeah, let's find some other options for the kitten. But I don't know, they weren't direct, so when we made that decision after the doctor visit, I was kind of feeling guilty, and I was like, oh, if I had a better job situation, I could have kept the kitty, but the reaction made all of the pressure that I felt go away, that this was indeed the best decision, because at the care center they had mom cats with their litter, so that was the best condition for the kitten, that out of all of the moms and the litter combo, at least one would take it in, so it has an option to learn and grow and get trained, because the kitty didn't even know how to poop. Like, it was really like young, didn't know anything. So yeah, it made us feel better. And as soon as I told Josh, he said the same thing, that he finally feel that, that was a great decision. So we're happy that we made that decision, and the professionals were super happy about that decision as well. I guess it was great. It's just that it's hard when you find something and you save it and you want to give it all of your heart. You want to give it more and more, and you just feel like broken. That's why life is this way, that I can't take care of it more, Anyways, right now I'm getting ready to go to the skate events that I went last week. Yeah, I'm excited to go and get some more practice on my board. Also last week, Josh bought me another skateboard, because mine was so old, because it's been just sitting in the house for so long, and it's not as flexible. So he found a used skateboard. Somebody posted on Facebook Marketplace, who picked it up. So today would be the first time I'm going to use the new skateboard, so I'm super excited to try it on. I also want to give you an update on my closet situation with the basket. I have to say that has really made a difference into how quick I can get ready now, and how quick I am able to sort my clean clothes. There is one problem though, and that is the clothes need ironing. So I set up an ironing board right outside my office on the hallway next to the laundry room. So that's not an issue, but it's one extra step now that I need to do, especially because it's summer, so all of the cotton clothing that you have will be all sorts of wrinkle. So I'm gonna wrinkle that. Now I'm gonna get ready really quickly, and we can go and head out to the skate event together. how much sweat is on my face. I am back in the car. It was a great skate session. My goal in skating, okay, is to be able to dance on the skateboard. This is my vision, that I'm wearing a dress or skirt and I'm dancing on the skateboard. And I'm nowhere close to it. So right now I managed to go straight and make a little loop so I can turn a little bit, but my speed is not enough that allows me to move on the skateboard. You know, like if I'm on the skateboard, I want to be able to walk on it, and I'm nowhere there. I just literally stand on, and there it goes, and my speed is so low. So it's not to the point that I can actually have time enough before kicking it and getting back on it to do anything. Like I feel like if I can manage to go faster, I have more time to shift my weight or do something with it, but right now I don't. It's all good. I'm just hoping that I can be consistent and show up every week. And every time so far that we have been going anywhere, they are kicking us out. So last week we were by Auditorium Shore, and yeah, they didn't allow us to come back. And today was the same thing. They told us that we can't repeat and coming back. It needs permission. Today was at the university library, and yeah, they wouldn't allow skateboards here either. So I'm hoping that we can find a space. And a lot of the girls there, they like to learn tricks, and they're okay with the skate park, but I can't do skate parks because I want to do longboarding and I want to go long distance dancing. So I need a flat surface and a lot of it so that I could go back and forth. So skateboard would be very difficult for me because the skateboards go up and down and in the loop, and I won't be able to do much. So I don't know. So we don't have a space yet. So every week we have been showing up in different places so far, and they've been kicking us out. So crossing fingers we find a home and consistency, but they're all super sweet and they're so kind and so gentle, and I really don't feel intimidated, or you know, those that are expert and they can skate well, they don't really show off or do anything to make you feel inferior in any way. So such a good group. So I'm so happy that I found them. Now I'm gonna go home and take a shower and see what we can do for the rest of the night. Maybe I'll chill. All right, let's head back home. I got to finally watch the Moulin Rouge, the movie, and I have to say that the movie was a lot better than the Broadway. I've watched the Broadway first, and I definitely regret that. I wish that I watched the movie first, because there was a lot of things about it that in the Broadway, they really watered it down. First of all, I have to say, where was the elephant scene in the Broadway? It was nowhere there. And I think that elephant was such an important moment where everything started. That elephant scene was one of the most elemental moments. And yeah, I don't know why. Like, they could have at least played it on the screen. So anyways, that was gone. And the other thing I loved about the movie, and the reason why I wished that I had watched the movie, is the relationship building. It made sense in the movie. For example, the scene when he arrives, the main character arrives from London to the Paris, and in the Broadway, they actually introduced him on the street. Like, he was just, I don't know, drinking coffee, and then his buddies, the other actors, met him. But I feel like, you know, definitely they were limited on the budget, so it's not a fault of their own, so it all makes sense. But in the movie, the intro of all of them meeting together, it was when he was just in his own room at the new place, and the floor just gave in, and he was dumped in all of a sudden into a middle of a performance practice rehearsal, and he ended up being part of the member of the community and worked his way up. And I think this was such an important elemental moment in this relationship, and built that community and his being part of that, and it actually made sense for him and his relationship with the members of the theater group that he was in. But in a broad way, like, I was really confused, and I didn't know how, like, such intense, great relationship with the other members created. So yeah, I definitely wished I'd watched the movie first, and it was such a great movie. I absolutely love Nicole Kidman's acting. She was, oh my gosh, absolutely amazing. Such beautiful, complex emotions that she was able to portray, and definitely that was not the case with the Rouge show. It was more of a showcase of vocals, and even that wasn't all that great, especially with the female. The male counterpart, he really had a good vocal range, but the acting definitely was not there as much strong facet as it was the singing. But yeah, I absolutely enjoyed it. It was so much fun to watch. It was such a colorful, beautiful, emotionally complex movie, and made you, like, you know, appreciate the old Hollywood and how the old ways used to be. Though I have one con about the movie, and that was editing. I felt like this dizzy editing scenes were too much, especially with the dances. It was like so much colorful movements of the camera right in your face, and we don't do that sort of editing anymore. And I don't know if it was an introduction of a new ways of editing, but whatever it was way too much overdone, and I wanted like some really traditional classic camera movements rather than this chaotic edit situation that they kept doing throughout the entirety of the movie. It was kind of redundant and overused. Yeah, other than that, I loved everything about it, and it's one of those movies that I felt like I would love to keep watching in every couple of years, just to refresh the memory, and love the singing parts about it as well. Yeah, I'm going to keep you an update, let you know, because I told you before when I watched the Broadway show that I was planning to watch the movie, so I finally made it happen tonight, and yeah, tell you what I thought about it. So let me know if you have any favorite scenes in the Rouge movie. What were your favorite things about this movie? And with that said, I am super tired. I'm gonna hit the bed, and I can't wait to see you on the next video. I hope you have a wonderful day, night, whenever it is you're watching this video.